What's going on, guys? Bank Robber Games here with more ADACA. And last episode, when we left off, it was just the first episode of the series. Nice little slow introduction to the game, but they definitely throw you in the deep end in some ways. So I really recommend going back and watching last episode if you haven't seen it, because it is a very nice introduction to the game. But this episode, we're just going to be carrying on playing this level Railhead and seeing what it has in store for us. Something that I do want to point out is, according to the guide I'm using to find some of the secrets, you can jump on this train and skip this whole section of the level. And like I said last episode, it's little details like this, like that really make this game stand out, considering it's basically developed by one person. Really, really awesome. And yeah, some of the biggest studios can definitely learn something from them. So yeah, you can jump on the train whenever it goes past and skip this section of the level. But the combat is very fun, so I'm not going to worry about that. And something that I didn't know as well is, one, stay away from gas canisters. Oh, it's a blue one, so I don't think it explodes. But there is another tactical pistol in this room here. We already have one, so it's we can't pick up another one. It's still worth coming in here for those supplies. Now you can run across the train tracks. That's not the best idea, just in case some enemies come along or the train comes along. Ominous blue light of the police dropships. I think we got quite lucky with that Molotov cocktail throw there. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to revisit some of the game and see how much of it I remembered. Because I can definitely see a lot of the encounters being far more enjoyable if you kind of know what's coming. It definitely keeps you on, the game definitely keeps you on your toes throughout your first playthrough. Offers a good level of challenge at certain points. Here's that symbol again that you might recognise from last episode if you watched it. Oh, glad I didn't risk it then. Though we probably could have made that. Here is another data cache, and we're going to have to look for the reader later on in the level. And yeah, something else that's very similar to Half-Life. Inside here there is a weapon that you're going to want to pick up, and that is the laser magnum. Doesn't have much ammo with it, but we might be lucky and find some, and it's incredibly powerful and also incredibly accurate as well. Very, very fun weapon. Because we've taken everyone out, there's no answer on the radio here. And things definitely aren't going well for the police. Does deactivate that force field. Also means we have some company. The first guy we took down was a heavy with a saw blade. This guy here. He does have our first machine gun on him. Very, very cool weapon. Functions exactly like you'd expect. A little bit boring in that it doesn't have an alternate fire, but still very, very cool. Also, let's some of the music play. A lot of the time throughout the game there isn't music, which helps give it a real good sense of atmosphere. But when the music plays, it's very, very cool. Reminds me of what I think a Metal Arms Glitch in the System soundtrack would be like if it was made nowadays. Another game I want to cover on the channel at some point in the future. And this is where the game starts getting a little bit weird. And the low polygon art style really shines all throughout the game. Little moments like that flare going off in the distance. Really cool. If for whatever reason you run out of these sort of power cells or fusion cores or whatever you want to call them, just look for these machines here and they'll spit out another one for you. Another new weapon to us being the bulk driver. Very cool. But we're going to be coming across some guys that like to use this weapon. It's not the easiest weapon to use, but it does potentially do a good amount of damage. Although we'll have plenty of time to use the bulk driver coming up. So I'm going to go for one of my favourite weapons of the game, being the pyro cannon. Very cool. Yeah, pyro cannon. Very fun weapon. But don't worry, we will use the bulk driver in the future. We did also pick up a new grenade. And one of those electric or like stun grenades. The light machine gun is very powerful, but you can see it does have a very long reload. So we're going to just switch back over to the shard rifle. Now we've gotten rid of that little group of enemies. But you'll also notice these guys are fighting against the police and seem to have taken down this carrier. So we'll learn more about these guys in the future. Definitely sounding like a cult. And that's why I like the pyro cannon. Absolutely awesome weapon. One downside to it though is that you can't pick up ammo for it, so I'm just going to run back and get a fully stocked one. I think the design of it's really, really cool as well. We're going to use rid of our laser magnum for the time being, just because we haven't got any ammo for it. That noise still gives me goosebumps. And again, the atmosphere, really, really good. Can't spend the most amount of time underwater. And of course they had to have a crowbar in the game. And here is that bolt driver, you know, what we saw earlier. Something else to point out, which is really cool, you can paint. Oh, I'm not very good at it, and I don't know if it serves a purpose. Here's a little clue to the fact that the data drive is here. Nice easy one, that. Again, sounding very, very cult-like. And this is a weapon that we normally see much later in the game. It's a RPG, but it functions like a sticky bomb. It's very, very powerful, but you definitely don't want to get hit by it, because it will mess you up. And yeah, just to point out, in case you didn't hear them, more enemies do spawn and chase you along the balcony, but I think after this point they can't get to you. And that is normally where the demo for ADACA ends. So past this point, you can only access if you purchase the main game. But I'll still have that demo linked down in the description of the video for you guys, just in case you want to try it out for yourself. Really gorgeous moment in the game. I do like the sort of subtle bit of world building that you get by getting the data caches, and that was the first one that I actually got and figured out what it was for the first time I played the game, because the entire time I played the game I found the data cache and I really didn't know what they were. The free scrapper's definitely looking worse for wear. So here we do have the option to end the level by interacting with the bed. Well, I'm not going to do that just yet, because looking at how long this episode is, I think here's a pretty good place to wrap it up. Especially with that view. But thank you very much for watching this episode. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Like I said, we have covered everything that you'd get to play in the demo, and I'll see if I can find that some way of linking the demo down in the description for you guys so you can try it out for yourself. Or if you just type in ADACA on Steam, it'll come up. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and been enjoying the series so far. If you have been enjoying the series, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and then that way you won't miss out on the rest of this fantastic game. But thanks again for watching. I always appreciate having you guys here, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.